Hi guys! So, yeah, I'm kind of doing a vlog thing, but this time I'm actually taking you with me somewhere exciting. So this last week I was kind of off the grid relatively because my best friend came to visit me. So, you know, in the mornings we were with the baby, and then in the afternoon we tried to do some fun stuff, which for, you know, people with small kids is anything without those kids. Now, you know, just being able to actually talk and have coffee and, I don't know, go into a store or two. Ooh, that reminds me. Wait, okay. So I don't usually share a lot of things that are not connected to scrapbooking or crafting or anything. But mostly because I just usually don't buy things that are not art supplies or crafts, etc. But I thought this was just so pretty that I had to share. So I went to, there's a store called Desigual. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but I think it's an international store. They have very, I would say, you know, a very specific style that is easy to recognize with very intricate patterns and beautiful colors. It's one of those stores that I always, you know, I look at the window and I'm always very drawn to, but it's a little bit, I guess, the clothes are kind of, sorry, battery died. So I was talking about this store. So, you know, they have like very, yeah, bold clothes, and I usually tend to go for kind of more muted, soft colors. Anyway, what I couldn't resist was, and I actually really need a new bag because I have a bag, but it's kind of small, and especially in the winter it's super annoying where I don't have a place where I can fit my, you know, hat and gloves and scarf or something when you go in somewhere. So I wanted kind of a day bag that was just a little bit bigger. And then I saw this. I mean, look at this. How gorgeous is this? So I just couldn't walk away from these colors because it just makes me so happy to look at it, and it makes me want to make something beautiful. But, okay, there are two things here. One is that this bag is double-sided, so you can flip it and there's a different pattern on the inside. But when you buy it, it's actually two bags. So, you know, probably if I had to pick one, this one is kind of big, but it's really great if you take it. I actually took it on this one night I was in Vienna, and so I fit all my stuff in this bag. And then this one is my day bag, and it's just gorgeous. It has this beautiful lining that is kind of this orangey red with shiny dots. And then just the inside is a perfect size. So, you know, I fit my, you know, wallet, phone, camera, and then hat, gloves, and all those other things. And it also has this beautiful lining with all these pockets inside. So super, super happy. And oh, this is my new lipstick. Very high end. It's Labello, but it really gives this really nice tint to your lips, and they don't get dry. So, and it's cheap. So, good tip there. Anyway, I really love this bag. It makes me so, so happy. It kind of reminds me of the Jane Davenport stuff that is everywhere now. So I think this would be perfect to, if I ever get to, like, you know, go anywhere where I can actually do artistic stuff, then I think these bags will be perfect. So yeah, just wanted to share this with you. Something else exciting that happened is that I got my January kits, and I filmed an unboxing with my my eldest due to popular demand, but I have to say she was so hyper and I could barely, you know, get a word in. So yeah, I'm going to upload it, but if it's not your cup of tea, like hectic unboxing with a kid, then yeah, you might not be a fan of that particular video. Anyway, so I'm going to show you a few of my favorite places in Vienna. We were only there for one night, so just under 24 hours. And I've been to Vienna many, many times. When I met my husband, he was living in Vienna, and you know, we were for 2 years in a long distance relationship. So whenever I could, I would come visit him and we would explore the city, and it's such a beautiful city. I highly, highly recommend it. It's just a beautiful, you know, classic European city. And you'll see in the little bit that I filmed just how grand it is and gorgeous. I took my best friend to a couple of my favorite eating spots. And also we went to my favorite museum, which is called the Albertina Museum. And it's kind of modern art. They have their permanent collection is, they call it from Monet to Picasso, so it's a lot of like starting from the Impressionism, which is one of my favorite, you know, schools in art or period in art. And then they usually have a few, like 2 or 3, you know, exhibitions on rotation, so not permanent is what I mean to say. And they're always good. So if I go to Vienna and I, you know, can only see one museum, I always go to the Albertina. And yeah, and this time was no different. There was a modern art exhibition, and I'm gonna try and post my favorite pieces that I took pictures of from that exhibition on my blog. I will put a link if I manage to do that. You're not allowed to film inside the museum, so I couldn't, sadly. But you know, a lot of the times I don't get modern art, and there are always these questions that rise. If you know, if this painting wasn't hanging in a really, you know, fancy museum, would it still be considered like worthwhile or valuable or interesting or something? So, you know, just the fact that it's hanging in a really famous museum already makes the people think about it and take it seriously. And there are a lot of, you know, movements in modern art. I have no official art education. I am just a average Jane going, like, I'm interested in art. I'm attracted to certain periods more than others. And yeah, so don't think that I kind of know what I'm thinking about. I'm more in the, you know, I may not know much about art, but I know what I like type of gal. So, but you know, there are a lot of like movements in modern art that are just more focused on color, and I'm mostly drawn to color. And there were a few pieces in the exhibition there that were just these, you know, really expressive brush strokes in beautiful colors. And you know, on one hand, some people would say, like, you know, anyone can do this, or my 3-year-old can do this, but it's harder than it looks. And yeah, and then there's always this question that, you know, is it really something that good, or is it considered good because someone said it was and put it on a, you know, in a beautiful room in a famous museum. Anyway, I really enjoyed the show. You know, some pieces were more to my liking, some less, some I get, some not so much. But I always try to be inspired and, you know, expand my horizons. And I found a lot of inspiration there. And yeah, you know, if I'm happy that I am kind of close to such amazing museums. Vienna has many wonderful museums. I've visited many of them, but I keep coming back to the Albertina because it's my favorite and it's always good, and the size is nice. You can see everything in, you know, 2-3 hours. and so you really feel like you got a lot, but it's not too exhausting, and you don't feel like you missed out on anything because it's too big and you can't see everything. So sorry, this was way too much talking. I hope you'll enjoy some of the images from Vienna. Leave me a comment or give me a thumbs up if you want to see more of these videos. I'm kind of learning my way. It's very different from process videos. So, you know, the editing is sometimes, or the filming is, you know, not as great as I would like it to be, but I'm really trying to get better and, you know, just share pieces of my world. I know a lot of you live in the US, and you know, there are very few who watch me that actually live in Austria, or that probably have seen Vienna. So I know it's something different, and I love seeing, you know, other places and other restaurants in other cities. So I hope you will find this fun to watch. Thanks so much for watching, and yeah, have a great week. Bye.